recording.
Alright, so I got my Oculus Rift now. We've already done an unboxing of the Vive, which has now been moved to the larger room, but now I get to finally compare the Vive and the Oculus Rift. Don't think I'll be getting too many of the games that are going to be on both to see how the actual games differ, but we will see how much the hardware is different. Obviously this doesn't have motion controls yet, but we can see how resolution, screen door effect, and weight differs between the two virtual reality headsets. Boxing is pretty cool. It's got this nice little handle. This one will be a lot easier to take to different places to demo this one. If I want to take it to a buddy's house with a Vive, you got to worry about, room scale, setting up the lighthouses. So this actually is really cool that it actually comes with it's like retractable. It's really interesting. Not sure what they've done to achieve that. Where is the seam? Is that? Ah, magnet. Magnetized. Alright, there we go. Wow, that actually came out pretty simple. So we've got I don't really know what this one's called, but this is the sensor that'll sit up on the desk. So that's one USB port. Hopefully I have enough USB ports on my computer now. This does not have a docking station like the Vive does. This is the controller that you use. You can use a keyboard or a gamepad, but this is something that you can use to navigate. It's got sort of touch. Ooh, that has got some grip. It's got a button on it, multiple buttons, volume adjustment, a back button, and it's got a lanyard, looks like built into it. I'm guessing this you got to pull for it to activate the battery in it. It's snug in there. Dang. Ziggy, you got any ideas?
More arm strength?
Well, it's just that I'm slipping. It's slippery plastic. Well, we'll figure that one out. And this is not as much in this as there is with the Vive. Oh, there we go. There it is. So here's the Xbox One controller. It does come with batteries, which is nice, and a pipe. See, you know what this is?
No.
I legit have no clue what.
Here, let me see.
I have no clue what it is. I mean, there's like an indentation here, but it didn't do anything.
What's in the small white box right there?
What's in? Oh, man, it looks like a manual.
What's
Yeah,
in the
health and
box?
safety warning.
So that's a large health and safety warning.
Well, yeah.
Well, lots of pages.
All right, here's the dongle that you plug in so that this can talk to your computer wirelessly. It looks like this is just the exact same stuff that you would get if you bought it separately from Microsoft. Looks like we've got our stickers that we can put on our case or on our car to tell people how cool we are for owning electronics brands. And this is the microfiber. Yeah, interesting.
O for Oculus.
Yeah, and then we've got our delicious sugar packets that I will sprinkle on my food later. Now these are silicate. Don't eat those, children. All right, this is this is for the dongle, wherever I put it. If you only have a USB port on the back of your computer to help this connect to it better, you can put this and have it actually wrap around to the front of your computer so it has better connection. It's also for like if you have an entertainment system or something like this where it's closed off with doors, something like doors like that, you can have this to where it comes out and again can actually communicate with the Xbox controller a little better. And here's some more manuals and stuff. I'm sure something in here tells us what that stick is. Where'd the stick go? Oh, okay. Yeah, I have no clue what that is. Alright, and then the headset itself, which comes out, And here we have, how do they have the, okay, got a little plastic on there. Oh, it's like wrapped around it multiple times.
They really don't want the plastic to come off.
The wrong way. Do what?
They really don't want plastic to be removed.
Yeah, no, this stuff is, it's on there. This stuff is sticky. Alright, so there's the cable. Holy crap, look at how many things they got. We're good.
Oh, and they have integrated little on-ear headphones.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's one of the defining differences between the Rift and the Vive right now, is that this, because it does, I mean, the Vive has that little 3.5 millimeter auxiliary jack on the back of it for you to connect things, but because of this one, they're going for a more like, you know that if you make something for the Rift, everybody has these integrated, and you can remove them. We'll figure that out. I'm sure it's not too difficult. Not as difficult as removing this industrial plastic crap. But it has it built in, so every person that develops a game for the Rift knows that, and they can make more exact positional audio. If you're doing a shooter, you can do, you know, vertical audio. Most games just do, you know, forward, back, left, right. But with this, you can do more up and down, which in a VR setting is probably going to be a more crucial role. So this looks to be almost as long as the Vive. I guess we can go ahead and actually do a comparison, since it's, might as well. Oh gosh, no, I stepped on one of them. It's got me, Ziggy. It's got me.
You were a good friend. I call your new computer.
Ah! Alright, so that reaches there. So I'm guessing the Vive has a longer one because of the whole room scale setting. I don't think, oh yeah, geez, it's looks to be maybe
3 feet?
3 feet longer, possibly 2.5, maybe 3 feet longer, which again makes sense. But of course, you know, Oculus Touch is going to be coming out later this year. I'll get that when it releases. By pre-ordering this, it goes ahead and puts you, this thing is, I don't know, I can't really tell. It seems lighter. I can't really tell exactly how much lighter, but you know, if you were to, we could try like a blind test or something like that. Close our eyes, you hand one. I can tell just by holding the strap though which one it is, so that wouldn't actually be.
I mean, I feel your, like your neck would feel it, the difference.
Yeah. Once trying this out, I mean, I can tell that it's lighter. The straps, I mean, there's definitely a lot. I mean, you can.
There's less wires,
Yeah,
for
I don't
sure.
know if that's coming through, but yeah, I mean, you can just tell there's.
And it's
thinner.
visibly smaller.
The strap, there's only the one cord. I feel like this is going to be a big difference because you can really feel the Vive cord when it's hanging down off you. This.
I don't know how I feel about it being on one side though. I liked how the Vive had it coming off the back.
Well, it looks like it's got a thing right here. I don't know if you can. Nah, I don't think that's for actual cable management. I don't think you can have it come through like that. Adjusting the straps on here is going to be a lot easier. I remember when you had to help me with that strap, the cable's going up and over. It got in the way of adjusting this. So this, and because there's on this one, the way that this is done, you actually can't take this any further back. Like this is as tight as it will ever get, unless you were to fold this over. But it's as far as back. This we can take it a lot further. So that is very firm. This is very flexible. But this, because they actually have LED sensors in the Oculus, you can't see them, but there's actual sensors here that I think there are some on that as well. But this is a lot firmer. All right, so let's peel that. These are a lot easier to remove. They have warnings on them, something. No liquid cleaner, no sunlight on lenses. Same thing that the Vive side, I'm guessing again because it would act like a magnifying glass and focus the light. So this actually is pretty firm, how much you can adjust. Alright, so that is kind of like a, oh. So you can pop it like that to take them off of your ear.
Or just make it easier to put on your head.
Yeah, but then when you do that, so you can, looks like you can adjust it like that. But then if you want to just pop it, then it kind of just clicks.
It'd be nice for getting it on my head.
Clicks.
With all the hair.
So let's see. Warning to reduce risk of personal injury or discomfort or personal damage. Read all health. Alright. Let's see if it does it fold up like that. Oh, that's
It stretches?
yeah. It actually. Oh wow, this fits a lot firmer to the head. Yeah, I can tell this is definitely a lighter headset. The weight balance, the I think it's just the way that the straps do that. I can feel it's a lot more on the back of your head, which is a good thing. You don't want it to be. I mean, if I'm like this, I can still feel the weight is somewhat lifting it off my head, but it's not nearly as much as the Vive. When you do this to like bend down, the weight of the Vive really moves it from your eyes, and everything gets a little blurry. You actually have to kind of look up a bit more to look at the center of the lenses because the headset is itself lifting off. But this one, I mean, it's almost, this probably looks goofy as hell. But yeah, there's definitely more light coming through. Like I can see you in the camera right now. It's, jeez. Because the Vive had that little nose rubber flap over it. But I kind of like this. Right now, I mean, maybe the light coming through, if I'm in a dark room, it'll probably be okay. It's not going to have light coming through. But if need be, you know, this doesn't have a camera sensor on it like the Vive does, so I can't do the whole chaperone thing. I don't know how that's going to work on the Rift when Oculus Touch comes out. But yeah, I can lift my head up, and I can definitely see a lot more out of the nose crevice, nose crack. However you want to...
Crevasse?
Crevasse, if you're Bear Grylls. But yeah, it's definitely lighter. And it seems to be fitting. Let's see how the ears feel. They're not really pushing too much, and I can hear relatively easy. Obviously there's no audio coming through, but so far I'm impressed with how this feels. I mean, if I waggle back and forth I can feel some shifting, but it's not that bad. So I think for long-term gaming experiences, doing an hour, 2 hours in something, the Rift right now, just from the feel of the weight distribution, how solid it feels on the head, it definitely feels like this is the kind of thing that you would want to use when you're just doing marathon gaming sessions for more traditional kind of gaming things. But if you're just demoing, there we go. Yeah, the Vive is probably still like the more wow factor kind of thing, but so, and then it just kind of comes off. But yeah, very cool. The padding on it is more firm, but so far it seems pretty cool. I think that's the lens changer, kind of like on the Vive. You had that little knob. I think this does one of the adjustments, and you can see the sensor in there for when you take it off your head, it'll turn the screens off so it doesn't burn images into the screen. Alright, well I guess the next video will just be us rocking this baby out on the computer.